Cal Poly's radio station KCPR is reviving Club 91, which is a special program within the station that has DJ mixing of EDM and club music. Before it gets back up and running on a regular scheduled program, it's important to understand and know the origin of Club 91, with one of its founders being Velanche Stewart, better known by his DJ name of just Velanche, as he co-founded it in 2004 when he realized there was a need of more club music on KCPR.
Wanting to be able to hear club music and play club music, and as RPM director, that's one of the things I was in charge of, was be able to get club music in. But then there was my kind of club music, and then there was this other person's club music, which is really good. But it was great to be able to have that kind of show where we can be able to like get outside of the zone. So
Club 91 would be on air Saturdays from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. and would last a couple years at first, as a group of students that were interested in making Club 91 happen would graduate and leave, leaving Velanche on his own to run it and unable to do so with how much help was needed.
Because that's one of the tricky things about doing KCPR, is that when you are someone who finds the show or develops the show or even pick up a show that's already there, it's only going to exist as long as there's someone that's interested in doing it.
In 2010, after a couple years without Club 91 on the airwaves, Velanche would be approached by a KCPR DJ who was passionate on bringing it back and even bigger.
I was approached by someone named Parker Glenn, who was a KCPR DJ, and at that point he was elected to be general manager at KCPR for the next year, and was saying that he was going to bring back Club 91 and was going to do it like every day of the week, which I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn ambitious. And so that's what he did. He wanted me to be able to choose one of the nights, and I did.
Velanche said he did not have an inkling that he wanted to be a DJ until he got to KCPR and saw the possibilities of mixing all kinds of music during his weekly radio show.
I would ask producers and DJs to do club mixes for my show, and they always turn out to be interesting. And then, you know, at the time, this was like the early days of podcasting, where mixes were going up. You're hearing not just producers, but also DJing, mixing up different kinds of music. It wasn't just always beat driven, but you could mix up jazz or soul with funk and be able to blend it up. And I'm like, I want to do that. And so as I started getting more records and more music, and then also going to some of these places and seeing what's been happening, I'm like, well, I actually want to be able to give this a try. It looked kind of fun.
Velanche said at first he would get a gig here and there as they were rare, but would soon pick up steam in 2016 and get DJ gigs on the regular, as he still does now today, with monthly shows at Yan's Vinyl Bar and even performed at Shebang this past year. After getting more DJ shows and having a ton of friends in the DJ community, an idea sparked.
That got me motivated to ask some of my DJ friends if we should do a DJ collective. And they all said yes. I reached out to 10 of them, and it took a couple of weeks to be able to come up with a name, and then we ended up forming Soul Dust Productions.
The idea of the name Soul Dust came from one of the DJs in the group, Malik.
After 2 weeks, he came up with the best name, Soul Dust, because specks of dust on the record, and with soul, and so we all latched onto it, and there it is.
With Club 91's recent revival, Velanche said he was happy to hear about it.
Finding out recently about this third life of Club 91, I was pleasantly surprised about hearing that. I am glad that the show is getting a new lease on life.